Sound, camera,
rolling.
All right, and action. All right, cut. That was good. Guys. All right, that was good. I'm thinking we get a wide angle, and then we're done. Okay?
All right. Yeah. Cool.
Like
How much further? Like
a little more. A little more.
you got?
Yeah.
Well, it's finally here, the 100th review. And I can't believe it's already been over a year, January to be exact, that I started doing this. It's been an incredible journey. Maybe I'll do a video just solely about that in the future. But today, I'm going to talk about the Backrooms. Now, I know it's a series. But today, this review is only going to be focused on the first video, or it's called The Backrooms, and in brackets, found footage. Maybe in the future, I'll do more of them. But I want to start with the one that, started this whole thing. So, this is a short film by Kane Parsons, or Kane Pixels on YouTube, who is, I believe, he's 17, I believe, and apparently he's still in school, and he just did this in his free time. First of all, that's dedication right there. That's dedication to doing something, that you truly are inspired to do. But also, apparently he's a visual effects artist too, and he's 17 years old, and he did this. So that's quite amazing and quite impressive. So the whole concept of the Backrooms is, the main story of this is a cameraman who's helping create this like little independent film, then all of a sudden falls through, I guess, the concrete and ends up into these like never-ending corridors called the Backrooms. But as he's exploring, he then realizes that he's not alone, and something is there with him. Typically, when it comes to found footage stuff, they can be very hit and miss. Like, if you saw my Paranormal Activity series review, some of those I like, some of those I don't like. Some of them are kind of hit and misses. The Gallows I thought was atrocious. Blair Witch Project. Me personally, I knew about the. I knew it was fake. I was aware of its viral marketing tool that it used, which I thought was very smart and clever. But I already knew that the Blair Witch Project was fake, but I went into it just with a completely open mind, and I still didn't like it. And then if you see my VHS series, I do like that series mostly, because viral, we don't need to talk about that one. But anyway, another thing I love about horror is a thing called analog horror, where if you've watched another series on YouTube, which I'll review at some point, called the Mandela Catalog. That's kind of analog. That's analog. But this one, I think of just found footage, especially since it's in the title. It's in the brackets called found footage. So this falls into the found footage concept. And I think this, for being 9 minutes long, really works. Because I was watching it the whole time going like, okay, it's just, it's a never ending, it's just never ending. Like, what is this place? What is this place? what is happening? And then all of a sudden, this, being or whatever just comes out of nowhere that I'm like, oh my God, that's, yeah, I'd be scared so much of that. But then when it gets deeper and deeper into this, you're just like, oh my God, like, what is this? And then towards the end, you're just like, whoa, like, what is happening? Like, what is this? Like, is this, it's just, is this like a video game glitch where you clip through the, is this like Gmod where you can clip through the map and kind of thing and you find hidden maps? Is it like this, or does it have to do with aliens? Like, what is going on? And I love how, Kane basically shows you just enough, but to keep you questioning. Like, what are the backrooms? Who knows? I'm just going to show you this. Like, I'm going to show you this place, what this thing is, and a little bit of what else is going on, and that's it. I'm not going to explain anything else. So I'm very, very impressed with what he accomplished and what he has done. Especially, I've seen some of the other Backrooms ones, but I wanted this to just solely focus on the first video. And it feels like an anthology kind of thing. So I was very, very impressed with what he did. And yeah, this was, I saw this being tossed around all over the place for the past year. And, me being a huge horror lover, I checked it out and I was like, wow, this is really impressive. Or like, this is really creative. I love how it's in one location. You can't escape. The only escape tool is, kind of this whatever is there with you has to catch you. That's the only way out. So it's just never-ending doom that you really can't escape. And so this feels very much like PT. If you remember what PT was, it was very much a you walk through a door and you enter like a hallway, but then you then go down to the next level and it's the same hallway, but it changes every once in a while. This feels like that, but instead of it changing every once in a while, every level, it's like a Resident Evil monster instead, where they're just they're coming after you no matter where you're at. You could be being chased by a monster, and then you then end up in another location, and then you're doing something for a minute, and then you'll see the monster come up, and you're like, I thought I ran away from you. And it's like, yeah, you did, but you kind of just stood there for a while. So this feels very much like PT, but with like Resident Evil monsters, where like I said, it's just they're just coming after you no matter what, and they're really they'll only stop if you defeat them. But in this case, you don't know what this thing is, and you don't have anything to defeat it with, so you're kind of screwed. So I was very impressed with what Parsons was able to do, and especially like he's still in school and he did this in his free time. That is commitment to the art right there. And I'm also very, very happy to hear that he made a deal with A24, reached out and said like, hey, we would love to turn this into a full-length feature. And so can you just imagine that 17-year-old writing, directing a feature-length movie that's going to go on the big screen by A24? That just sounds amazing right there. And they even said, like, because he's still in school, he's writing it as they speak, and then during the summertime, when he's off of school, then he's going to go and shoot it. And then throughout the course, then edit and everything like that. But when you're 17 years old, when you're not allowed, when you can't drink yet, you know, and you have a major in what you made, then gets the attention of a big studio like A24's attention, and they want to make this with you, you're doing something right. So I can't wait to see that. This was really impressive. I really don't have any complaints about this. You know, I think it being a short film, like 9-10 minutes long, I think worked in its favor. You having questions and it basically saying you're not really going to get anything, so it keeps you guessing. Like, well, what is this? It leaves the mystery open. So I was very happy with that. So I was thoroughly impressed with what Parsons did, and I cannot wait to see, especially what the Backrooms brings next, and especially how the movie will be.